Jimmy is a quadriplegic and his beloved van, affectionately called Nugget, is his lifeline. But after going in for rust repairs, it's come back in even worse shape. In fact, it's a write-off, and the repairer's now wiped his hands of the problem.
You would never expect it to happen, just getting some rust out.
He's sorry for us, but sorry's not going to get us back a van.
These sort of disputes, they're very distressing for the individual. It's their vehicle, it's their mobility.
It was going to last us the end of our days, another 10 years or so.
For Jimmy and Kay Considine, this van is their only mode of transport and lifeline to the outside world. Nugget, as they call it, has been part of their lives for 12 years and it's never failed them.
You've got to use it for doctors, if we want to go and see the family.
You see, Nugget is no ordinary van. It's been modified to include a wheelchair hoist, flooring adjustments and tie-downs at the front for Jimmy, who has been confined to a wheelchair since an accident 20 years ago when he fell from a truck, broke his neck and severed 85% of his spinal cord.
So most people with a real disability, the bad, just can't go anywhere without a van.
Apart from Kay, the other love in Jimmy's life is the Broncos.
Jimmy's a fanatic.
Even the king, Wally Lewis, has paid this loyal fan a visit.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too.
How unusual for you to be in Maroon's gear.
I wonder why.
But now Jimmy is housebound.
I like to get over to the Broncos, train and all that sort of stuff, and a lot of the time you can't get there anymore either.
2 months ago, the couple sent their trusty Ford Transit off to get rust work done after finding repairer Tibbo's Restos online, run by Shane Tibbetts.
He came to the house here, checked it out, talked to us, realised how important it is for us.
The Considines are always mindful of keeping Nugget well maintained, so they agreed to a quote of around $2,000 to repair the rust on the roof and around the windscreen. A day after picking the van up and taking it back to his place to commence the work, Shane sent these photos to Jimmy and Kay.
I said Nugget must have been in a lot of pain, and he sent this back. It's in good hands. And I said, that's good, thanks.
In such good hands, Shane then rang 2 days later to reveal a rather unexpected development. He now couldn't get the van to start.
He said he'd talked to a mate and it could have been the key.
Unable to get any answers from the rust repairer, Jimmy and Kay took the van to 2 separate mechanics who have both told us the reason it won't start is due to an electrical fault caused by burnt-out wiring.
When this wire blew, he would have heard it.
And we've got all records where it's been fully maintained, not a thing wrong with it. Then you send it in and give it a rust so to make it last longer again, and it doesn't come home. So it just drives you crazy.
Kay and Jimmy were forced to tow the car from Shane's place to their own mechanic, who diagnosed the problem and referred it on to Ford for further inspection, which is where Nugget is currently parked.
And as I said to him in an email, as a text message, accidents happen.
Our calls to Shane have also gone unanswered.
Hi, you're saying Shane from Tibbo's Restos. I'm currently busy at the moment.
He won't answer, he won't talk, won't text. So you can't go and try to work anything out.
The first invoice that he sent had insurance, private, but after I'd paid it, 5 days after I paid it, he sent me another one saying insurance not mentioned.
The protections would be fairly low and it would be quite difficult, I think, to get an industry body to support you.
RACQ Head of Technical and Safety Policy, Steve Spalding.
And if all of that fails, it's then a case of having to push it through the courts. That can get expensive, but that way at least you will get a proper hearing and get a proper resolution.
Jimmy and Kay are now crowdfunding to raise money for another wheelchair-friendly van, and Jimmy's beloved footy team is throwing their support behind him.
Hopefully there's some crazy fan out there would love to have a signed jersey, and we'll pay a little bit for it. That'll help us in our raising funds.
Well, Nugget is destined for the wreckers. Ford says it's a write-off as the parts needed are no longer available, but Jimmy and Kay are still hopeful they can sell that Broncos jersey. More information on how that sale is going is on our website.